France. Lafarge-Granula. Flood management, walking area, agricultural rehabilitation. The Lafarge quarry, active since the early 1990s in a flood-prone area, built a hydraulic structure to channel flood waters from the Garonne River and plans to add another system. An outlet releases water gradually as levels recede. Following Seppenlock guidelines, the site includes varied habitats and quiet zones to support bird life and offer a footpath, car park and bird watching posts. It retains nearly 600,000 cubic meters of flood water and supports local farming through grazing agreements with annual environmental monitoring. Germany. Johann Dürer GmbH & Co. KG. Conversion of a quarry into a primeval forest development. Johann Dürer GmbH & Co. KG has quarried quartzite in Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany for over 140 years. In 2015, after environmental assessments and public input, it gained approval to expand its quarry, agreeing to create a primeval forest cell with Nabu, BUND and Politia. A 7.1 hectares area, including 5.8 hectares of forest, was set aside for natural regeneration. Since 2016, monitoring shows thriving habitats with rare lichens, over 2,500 bat records and increasing biodiversity and conservation quality. Northern Ireland, UK, Bredon. The restoration of Mullaglass Quarry. Basalt extraction at Mullaglass Quarry ended in the 1980s, with landfilling operations continuing until 2023. Restoration now includes a gas management system generating 2.13 megawatt per hour of renewable electricity, powering almost 5,000 homes. A biodiversity action plan created wetlands and ponds for protected newts, a biohub for ornithologist training, and £45,000 support for the Wild Youth Programme. Over 10,000 native trees, bird, bat and old boxes have been installed, with the first BioBlitz in 2024, recording species and 4 juvenile barn owls successfully fledged. Ireland, Keohane. The Camp Cliff Restoration Project. Enniskeane Concrete Products Limited with Rivers Limited launched the Camp Cliff Restoration Project to stabilise the cliff, prevent erosion and protect the abandoned river. Following a 2014 permit, works included cliff removal, rock armour, geoquar for erosion control, riverbank reinforcement, willow panels and habitat planning. The project created a wooded riparian zone supporting diverse flora and fauna, with evidence of mammal activity and species colonization. Ongoing monitoring ensures ecosystem protection, showcasing sustainable restoration that balance quarry stability, biodiversity and community responsibility. Portugal, DST Group. What if a quarry could become something else? The Monte Sueiro quarry in Braga, Portugal, licensed in 1997 and later acquired by the DST Group, has evolved through significant adaptations. After 2007 environmental impact assessment, it became in 2015 one of Portugal's first quarries authorized to receive construction and demolition waste, with a recycling unit supporting circular economy goals. The site now features sport facilities, trails and art installations, including the 2022 Memorial to Child Labour. This transformation blends sustainability, cultural heritage and community use, turning an industrial site into a valuable public space. Spain, Canteras de Santander. Raising a mountain, restoring to return to the origin. Canteras de Santander, a limestone aggregate company in Cantabria, Spain, is restoring its quarry by reconstructing the original mountain with native vegetation to enhance CO2 sequestration and revive the Holm Oak ecosystem. Efforts include soil rehabilitation, erosion control, revegetation, pest management and biodiversity monitoring. Using reclaimed materials, drones for real-time monitoring and advanced safety systems, the project also integrates renewable energy and water optimization. Expected to cut 27,579 tons of CO2, it showcases innovative, science-driven restoration that balance ecosystem recovery and worker safety. UK, Heidelberg Barton Quarry. Heidelberg Materials has restored Barton Quarry in Nottinghamshire's Trent Valley, converting 4 km by 1 km of former farmlands into a thriving floodplain forest and wetland. Reconnected to the River Trent, the site now offers biodiversity gains, flood protection, carbon sequestration, and recreation. Its design features lakes, wetlands, oxbow lakes, river terraces, and sandbars, supporting habitats from open water and reed beds to woodland. Over 35 years, it has become England's key floodplain forest habitat, exemplifying large-scale ecological restoration and landscape connectivity. UK, Holcim Calden Low and Calden Quarries. Holcim has led a decade-long program to restore calcareous grassland around its Calden Low and Calden Quarries in the UK, using turf translocation and hay application. This rare habitat, threatened by agriculture and air quality changes, supports unique calcium-loving plants. Grassland from extraction areas within sites of special scientific interest is translocated while restoring techniques including natural colonization, nurse grass seeding, and green hay use are trialled. Ongoing monitoring guides best practices, creating an evidence-based framework for conserving this priority habitat alongside quarry operations. UK, Tarmac Langford Quarry. Since 1988, Tarmac and the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds have partnered at Langford Quarry, transforming 122 hectares of former sand and gravel workings into 41 priority habitats. Restoration includes wetlands, lowland meadows, wet woodland, farmland, and a 70-hectare reed bed with 15,000 seedlings planted annually. The site hosts 221 bird species, including bearded tits and breeding bitterns since 2019. Open to the public since 2014, Langford is a key contributor to Trent Valley wetlands and an award-winning example of industry conservation collaboration, earning the 2025 MPA Cooper Hayman Cup.